Hello and welcome to the video. I am back in Adelaide now. I've been in Sydney for the last 5 weeks, so I'm home now. Two very quick things that I need to apologize for. Number one is I apologize for the missed upload. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I realized there was a hole in my scheduling after I'd already left on tour, and I'd planned to do a Q&A video to fill that hole. So I got a bunch of questions off Twitter and Instagram to do the video with. I did record the video, started editing it. I was not happy with the video at all, and I didn't get time to re-record it. So that's why there was a hole in the upload schedule. The second thing I'm apologizing for is to those people who gave me the questions. I promised that I would answer them in the video soon, and I didn't release it. So that's what this video is going to be. A nice quick one, letting you know I am back in Adelaide. I will start recording more episodes of gameplay and continue on with the Pokemon Gold playthrough. But for right now, the questions. So first off is Evil Hobbs. For those of you watching the Pokemon Gold playthrough, you will know him as my little Geodude. He is also a friend of mine. He asked, have you ever and will you ever come to America? I get these kind of questions a lot, and I did touch on this on Instagram, the amount of questions I get, which is when are you coming here? When are you coming to visit? Will you ever do shows here? For the most part, yes. I would love to travel to all of these places, especially through the UK, through America. It really comes down to one of two things. I very rarely go anywhere on a holiday. I think in the last 6 years I've gone on holiday twice, and both of those have been short holidays for special occasions. So I very rarely go anywhere on holiday. If I go somewhere, it's to either do street shows or it's to do stage shows. So if your area has good busking culture and I can do street shows there, I'm more likely to come. Or if I have enough of a fan base or there's a good sideshow feel to the place, I'll try and rent a venue and we'll do the full stage show. But please do keep letting me know. If you want me to come to your area, let me know. If you have friends that might be interested in coming to see the show, let me know. The more people I know want to see the content, I want to see the show, the more likely I am to bring a show to your area. Other than that, keep an eye on Facebook, keep an eye on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I will always let you guys know where I'm going to be. If you're around the UK, I am in the UK more often than I am anywhere else, other than Australia. Internationally for me, I'm in the UK a lot. I'm there every August for the Edinburgh Fringe, and I'm either around Europe or around the UK for the June-July period before the Fringe. So keep an eye on that. You might be able to find me. If you let me know that you are in the area, I'll let you know what time and where the shows are going to be, and we can catch up. So that is Evil Hobbs' question. The next one is Rachel Neal 97, which wanted to know if I've ever been propositioned after a show. Now, Rachel, I don't know if you've seen my show, or at least my street show. There's not a lot that would make people want to proposition me. My entire show is based around and designed around making myself look like an idiot. Putting myself, humiliating myself basically to relax everyone else and give them something to laugh at. I spend most of my show tied up with chains wrapped all around my, under my legs and around my crotch, give me some very unfortunate shaping issues. I then end my show twerking my way around the stage. Yeah. Not a lot to proposition me for there. It's not the most attractive show. That being said, yes, I have been propositioned after shows, mostly by drunk ladies, drunk men, sword swallower, you get everyone. Or mostly old ladies. Yeah, I'm a hit with the older generation. Probably the two best propositions I got, well, one was an old lady put a condom in my hat. That was kind of funny, with a wink and a bit of a sly look, drop the condom in the hat, so that was fun. The other one wasn't a proposition, but it's kind of along the same lines, is they dropped a unused still wrapped up tampon in my hat. I was a little bit confused until I read it, and on the side it just said, "You were bloody great." And yeah, I always find that to be quite funny. It's one of my... It's a weird thing to say, but it's one of my favorite things that I've ever gotten at the end of a show. I get a lot of like little messages from kids as well, like the "Thank you for the show, you were amazing, I'll try to make people smile," and a lot of pictures. All of that stuff is brilliant, but by far the tampon with "You were bloody great" written on it is by far my favorite. But as for propositioning, not really. Nah. Nope. Which is good, because I'm married and I hate awkward situations. So if you proposition me, I'm going to go, then run away. Up next, Zazzy141 wants to know if I've ever been injured while training or learning what I do. Yeah, obviously. I do some stupid shit, from sword swallowing to putting the power drill up the nose into the back of the nasal cavity, which is a stunt called human blockhead, eating broken glass, walking on broken glass, laying on a bed of nails, contorting through a tennis racket, putting my hands and arms into different animal traps. Even just getting tied up in the straitjacket, the chain can cause a lot of nerve damage if it squishes the muscles and the nerves. So yes, I have hurt myself quite a lot. I've been fortunate. I haven't hurt myself severely while learning how to put the power drill and nails and stuff up the nose. Lots of blood noses, but over the years I've built up enough scar tissue that I still need to be careful. But it's a pretty clear path in there now. Like, I can pretty much slide stuff up there now. Whew. After years of practicing. I don't really hurt myself too much. Although if you go too deep in, you do hit the back of the throat. And that brings a tear to your eyes. With the sword swallowing, I've had a fly swatter break. Luckily, it broke very close to the handle, so I could still reach it and pull it out. Actually, while I'm doing that face, a lot of these teeth are fake, from the chain hitting them or from the sword shattering my teeth when I bite down on it. The animal traps, again, is very painful. Bed of nails is... pick the wrong person, get someone that jumps or is uneasy on your back, can cause a lot of pain. So a lot of small injuries, a lot of trips to the doctors and the hospital, but nothing life-threatening yet, touch wood. But yes, that is a very common concern of mine, that could happen. And one day probably will happen. You know, sword swallowing is it's a legit thing. If you've seen the show, you'll know that I do pass the fly swatters around, and if you come to a stage show, I pass the swords around. So people can check them. They are real. They don't fold up, roll up, slide up. They do go down the throat into the stomach, which is really not a good thing. Well, it's a great thing. It's a form of entertainment. You guys seem to love it, but it's very easy to go wrong. So that's our top 3 questions that came through from the Twitter and Instagram. If you have any questions and want me to answer them in the next little Q&A video, chuck them down in the comments. Tweet at me, send me stuff on Instagram. It's all good. If you want to do any drawings, I have got a few fan art drawings from my Sydney trip come through, which are just brilliant. I love them. I get so excited when I get any drawings of the show or of the YouTube stuff. Send them through to me. I'll always chuck them up YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. But for right now, have a good day, have a good life, and I'll catch you all down the road.